Well, lads, welcome back. Is it, wait, what episode is this? I have to check before the episode starts. Is it 9th?
I've lost. I think it's the ninth, but I've lost track
Wait,
at
we'll
this
say
stage.
9th. I've checked there, Jack, but we'll go for 9th anyway. So, anyway,
We'll go nine for now.
yeah, so welcome back to possibly the 9th episode of the NonLeaguePodcast. I am here once again with Jack,
What up, Tamalam?
Mr. Consistent, as I'm going to call him from now on, and we have Mr. Inconsistent, who is not here at the moment. Stephen Matt.
We have Nicholas Pepe off. Well, we have Jordan Henderson here.
Who's Jordan Henderson?
I'm talking Mr. Consistent and Mr. Inconsistent.
Oh yeah, no, it's Milner and
Oh, and Milner. Yeah, sorry, that's actually a better shout for that.
sure. Jeez, I forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, in this episode, wait, was that 9? Yeah.
It was 9. Yeah.
Alright, so in this episode we'll be going over the fixtures and results, doing our predictions, and for doing our predictions we'll be doing, instead of the tier list 11 this week, we'll be doing top 6, 11. Then next week we'll probably be doing the outside the top 6, 11. But before we get to that, we have to debate who the top 6 is. We'll probably just go with the original.
Oh, piss off, man.
We have the rating transfers going back again. We have team's most important player. We have to do player, manager, and goal amount. We will be skipping. Possibly, if we have enough time, we'll be doing what is wrong, bringing the what is wrong with whatever series back. Then we have some other random things at the end. So, fixtures results for the Champions League. Jack, will I go or will you go?
Sure, I'll let you go first and see what.
Right, I have to fucking let it load. Jesus. Okay, so the results for the Champions League game week 5. We have one game week left. So we have Shakhtar Donetsk and Real Madrid. Donetsk bet Real Madrid 2-0. Salzburg bet Moscow 3-1. Inter Milan bet Mönchengladbach 3-2, which is very lucky for Real Madrid considering they lost before. Marseille bet Olympiacos 2-1. Atletico Madrid and Bayern drew 1-1, ending Bayern's win streak. Liverpool bet Ajax 1-0. Atalanta drew with Midtjylland 1-1. Porto and City also drew 0-0. RB Leipzig bet Istanbul Başakşehir 4-3. Krasnodar bet Rennes 1-0. PSG bet Man United 3-1. Lazio and Dortmund drew 1-1. Barcelona bet Ferencváros 3-0. Juventus bet Dynamo Kiev 3-0. Club Brugge bet Zenit 3-0 again. And Olivia Giroud FC bet Sevilla 4-0. No, that's it. They are.
Yeah.
Jack, you're sideways again. How would you become sideways?
Oh. As I nickname Mohammed El Neni, I'm Mohammed Dev Sideways.
Right. I'll go over the fixtures again, Sharon. You can do the Europa League.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right, so for the final game week of the Champions League, before we get we might actually stream or just record our predictions of the draw while it's happening. December is a busy month it's a good month actually. December is always the best month for all the fixtures and draws and.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning.
But sure, for game week 6 in Champions League, we have Zenit and Dortmund, Lazio and Club Brugge, Barcelona and Juventus, the last dance as I'm going to call it, Chelsea and Krasnodar, RB Leipzig and Man United, Dynamo Kiev and Ferencváros, PSG and Istanbul Başakşehir, Rennes and Sevilla, Midtjylland and Liverpool, Ajax and Atlanta, Bayern Munich and Lokomotiv Moscow, Real Madrid and Mönchengladbach, which is basically the decider for that group. RB Salzburg and Atletico Madrid, Man City and Marseille, Inter Milan and Shakhtar Donetsk, and Olympiacos and Porto. I have to say, Porto are fair salty. They haven't actually stopped talking or complaining about that result ever since. And it's actually very unprofessional, I have to say.
Yeah, sure. Maybe because they've already been taking the mick because right, probably rivalry Benfica, Porto, and
Yeah.
Diaz was.
I think it's just because we have a better relationship with Porto. Something happened with
Yeah,
Bernardo
that's true.
Silva though. Something that I don't even know. It happened like 14 years ago.
So, oh, yeah. Once them fellas now, when something happens, they don't forget about it
Yeah.
too easy.
But jeez. Right, so Jack, you
Right.
take away the Europa League.
Uh, Results or Rafa?
It doesn't
Or
matter.
they just do the next fixtures?
Do the fixtures and results here. Do the fixtures first, I'd say.
Okay, right. So our next couple of fixtures in the Europa League, we have Bayern Leverkusen, Slavia Praha, CSK Sofia, and Roma. Sorry, I'm going to stop you next. Standard Liège are playing Benfica. The mighty Dundalk against the Arsenal.
The very get a
Legs
point
up.
there.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, Lech, Poznan, and Rangers are all going up head to head with PSV and AC Omania. I'm sorry if I butchered that because I'm going to butcher a few of these Wi-Fi passwords here. Um, we have Rijeka and AC Alkmaar, Rapid Vienna and Molde, PAOK and Granada, HB or Chevy and Nice, Napoli and Sociedad, Young Boys, CFR Cluj, Sparta Prague and Milan, Ludogorets and Lask, who had a file as their crest for some reason. Anyway, uh, we have Hoffenheim and Ghent, Dinamo Zagreb, CSK Moscow. Then we have Celtic and Lille, M Tel Aviv and Sivasspor. We have Tottenham and Antwerp. We have Braga and Soya Lushansk. I'm sorry if I butchered that again. Wolfsburg and Feyenoord, Liberec and Corbena Sevesta. And we've Villarreal and Karabag and Leicester and AEK Athens. And then as for the results, Villarreal beat Sivasspor 1-0. Milan absolutely battered Celtic 4-2. Um, Karabag and Mel Tel Aviv drew 1-1. Leicester actually lost 1-0 against Zoria Lunisk. A Atkins and Braga ended 4-2 to Braga. Liberec beat Ghent 2-1. Rennes Zvezda and Hoffenheim ended 0-0. Lille beat Sparta Prague 2-1. Wolfsburg beat CSK Moscow 1-0. Dinamo Zagreb beat Feyenoord 2-0. Um, File FC and Tottenham drew 3-3. Antwerp and Ludogorets ended 3-1 to Antwerp. Rangers beat Standard Liège 3-2. Cluj and Sofia ended 0-0. AC Alkmaar and Napoli ended 1-1. Slavia Praha and won 3-0 against Beersheva. And then the last couple here we have there's some amount of Europa League games, guys.
Yeah, I just realised.
Yeah, like so many. We PSV beat Granada, Molde 1-3-1 against um we'll say Kilkenny. I suppose we have to say Dundalk, but we don't talk about it anyway. Real Sociedad and Rijeka drew 2-2. Roma and Young Boys ended 3-1. Benfica won 4-0. Leverkusen and Nice ended 3-2. AC Omania and POAK ended 2-1 to Omania. And the mighty Arsenal beat Rapid Vienna 4-1, even though I don't know why I'm celebrating too hard over Rapid Vienna. But we've had decent soccer for the first time in a long while, so.
Even for the Easter Socks, it's the last Europa fixture.
Yeah! Yeah, I'm only thinking, like, Europa League, for me, I don't really pay much heed to it till at least the
Final.
last 16. Yeah, yeah. Because I expect Arsenal to win it, but if it comes to actually getting somewhere at the very most, I'm expecting semi-finals minimum.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I'd like to see a Real Madrid Arsenal final.
And then Aubameyang last minute goal
Oh,
to
yeah.
make To celebrate for the cruise to the Black Panther mask only, it's 7 months, Real
That was
Madrid.
such a good meme. That was actually class.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we have the Premier League
It's,
fixtures up next. I will do them, I suppose. So
ooh,
obviously, 3 of these have been played, and Chelsea and Leeds have been playing at the moment. So we will not be doing. No, I'll do the results actually, so we can do predictions.
yeah,
Chase, what?
yeah.
Get the predictions up actually.
Oh yeah.
You can do the results. So wait, no, I can do the results.
I'll get my predictions copy. I don't use it in school. I don't use this copy in school because reasons. Okay. So first of the results we had Crystal Palace and Newcastle. I said it would be 1-0 to Newcastle.
This will be 2-1 to Newcastle.
Joe Linton, Wilson, one of the other got a last minute goal, and it's like,
2-0 for Newcastle it was.
yeah. Anyway, then we had Brighton Liverpool. I said 2-0 to Liverpool.
I said 3-0 to Liverpool.
Yeah.
That ended 1-1.
Next week, I was so close to this one, man. Man City and Burnley. I said 4-0.
I should have just said 5-0 because we got 5-0 against them like every other.
The last 3 years or so, you've won against Burnley 5-0 at home. Like,
Yeah.
you didn't see that stat. Yeah, so
that was 3-0 to
I
Burnley.
said,
Oh no, 5-0
yeah.
to City.
Yeah. Then we had Everton and Leeds, which for me was a bit of a disappointment in regards to watching it. I said 3-2 to Leeds.
I said 2-2.
Yeah. Next, we had West Brom and Sheffield. I said 2-0 to West Brom.
I said 0-0.
Yeah. It was going so well with this one for a good while, I thought. I had put down Southampton to win 2-1 against Man United.
I 3-2 United.
Now, okay. Next month, now, I know I said Everton Leeds wasn't a fight, but this was an absolute shocker to watch. Chelsea and Spurs, I said 3-1 Spurs.
I said 2-1 to Spurs.
Just Mourinho literally went there to get a draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, next fixture I don't want to talk about because it just breaks my bloody heart, man. Oh, you said 2-1 as well, I remember, didn't you?
Yeah.
I said 1-0 to the Arsenal. Oh, they just break my heart.
Wait, is anyone actually recording the points?
Stephen originally was.
Oh, sure. I think I have a fair amount of them down on my phone. I have 1 point here.
You're winning anyway, that's all I know.
I have 6, that's all I know. I had 5 coming into, I have 6 now, and you have like 3.
Yeah, I have about 3 already. Next, probably the shock of the weekend, we had Leicester and Fulham. I said 4-0 to Leicester.
I had 2-1 to Fulham. Oh no, I had 2-0 to Leicester. I was reading the result.
Just I was thinking. Next was West Ham and Aston Villa. I said 1-0 to Aston Villa.
I said 2-1 to... Or, Chase, I keep reading the bloody result. I said 2-0 to Aston Villa.
Yeah. So yeah.
1 point.
I'm
on a consistent run of a point a week.
Yeah, will we save our predictions for the following week because the divisions we actually have Steven.
Yeah, I might as well, sure. If he shows up next week.
If he shows up.
But shall we go over the fixtures anyway?
Yeah. Okay, so do you want to do that or will I?
You go on, sure.
Okay, so the fixtures for next week, where are they now? I don't think they're there.
Let's do this one. This week.
Oh, do this week, sorry. So we had Burnley and Everton, which ended. Was it 1-1?
Yeah.
1-1, yeah. Man City and Fulham ended 2-0 City. City probably should have had at least 5 again.
Pretty sure
they had.
Definitely.
I was gutted when De Bruyne hit the crossbar because that was just the cherry on top of my fantasy team. So, West Ham and Man United ended. Of course, United come back again with a 3-1 win, but Pogba an absolute beauty.
A beautiful. I heard Lacazette's goal was good as well.
What?
I heard Lacazette's goal was good as well.
Oh, lad, it was actually serious. Oh, it was just top. It was a bit okay, but we're supposed to get into that different. It's actually serious.
Yeah.
Then we Chelsea Leeds, which is currently 1-1. Hat-trick Bamford again. in the fancy team as well. So lovely. Eh, so and the fixtures for today and Monday. What am I saying today? Jeez.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow and tomorrow and Monday we have West Brom Palace, Sheffield Leicester, the North London Derby, the big one as they call it.
It better not be a disappointment
Oh,
now.
you know what? It'll get so much hype, but it definitely will.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liverpool and
Now I'm
Wolves.
saying, I'm just gonna say that if Liverpool are to look out for a team with their current defence issues, even if Jimenez is out or not, it's Wolves.
Yeah,
Like
it wouldn't surprise me.
Portuguese football at its prime would take down the defence.
Yeah, and then finally we have Brighton and Southampton as well. So yeah, what is next? We
Your own
move on
section.
to. Isn't that yours? No,
Is it?
it's
What
yours
is it
next.
is? Who
Who
should
should
teams
teams buy? And
making a return? Right.
you can turn to the non-league podcast.
So, I'm going to. I probably have already said this man's name. No, I won't actually go off him. I was going to say Hazard, but I think I've said him before. But I am going to
Yeah.
go with. Now, he might be having probably a decent season, or even you could say an unbelievable season, but I'm going to say Jadon Sancho. Because
Yeah,
it comes to a point where, like at the moment, you can't be sure where you want to go, because you don't want to go to the Premier League, because obviously it's very hard to pick a team that you think will do well, and you don't want to go to Barcelona or Real Madrid because Hazard and Dembele and obviously their informalities.
yeah,
I think what I want to look for is this is especially the time where players like his age want to go to smaller clubs, and well, I won't say smaller clubs, but I'd say clubs like Leicester and let the managers build a team around them, because they get a lot more game time,
yeah,
they get a lot more recognition, and I think in the long run it would just work out better for them, especially if they just go to City or Liverpool. They probably won't get as much game time, and they'll just be another play. If they make a big mistake, then they're just considered another flop. So
yeah. That is true. But to be fair, I think Sancho's the type of player that could fit into a big kind of team 11. Now I see where you're coming from when you say they want to see consistent game time, but when you're looking at his form, even his form so far this season, don't get me wrong, hasn't been terrible. But when you look at it, he wanted that Man United move during the summer only for the boys up abroad in the Glazers and all this, you know. They butchered that move, and Sancho probably had in his mind fees agreed, not that's it, wages agreed, personal terms.
yeah,
Here for Richard Romano, here we go. Oh yes. But then, you know, this didn't come to fruition, and no, I don't think United will get. That was United's chance to actually get, in my opinion. Like it was for me at that stage, it was now or never kind of thing. But what'll be now, and you'd wonder. Yeah, that's actually going back to your point as well. To be fair, where could he go?
yeah. I'm gonna say one then, and it's an argument against why Jadon Sancho should stay. Now, arguably Bayern Munich, you could say they're the best team in the world at the moment, but I've always saw by Borussia Dortmund to be the feeder club of Europe, and I want them to bring in Kanate and Upamecano from Leipzig, and it is very possible for Borussia Dortmund to do. They have a very young squad. They have Torgan Hazard, Sancho, Haaland, Brandt. I think is fairly young. Then if they bring in two of them, and Berkey probably could replace Berkey soon, they'll have a fairly solid squad that in a couple of years, once the likes of Muller, Neuer, Lewandowski leave or even retire, that they can challenge for domination of Europe once again. And
Yeah, that is very true. But to play a devil's advocate here, or whatever way you want to put it, I feel Dortmund have normally been a selling club when you look at it over the past couple of years. They've let go their big talents like Götze. That's how he says his name. I don't know.
some,
I don't. Yeah, you can argue now he's not wonderful now, but at the time Bayern picked him up, he was brought up to be one of the future stars, but didn't come to fruition. Lewandowski as well, they let him go.
Hummels
Suppose when you
is
look at
back though.
Hummels, Hummels at first, yeah, he's back now. Ousmane Dembele could have developed his game more, but
Money.
Dortmund let him go. Aubameyang, no, don't get me wrong, I'm fucking, excuse me. Now, he may not be the best of form yet, but you look in the grand scheme of things, good move for Arsenal. But again, Dortmund just letting their best players go. But the thing, going back to your point, Dortmund always seem to develop players into being top,
Yeah. See, Dortmund
top
don't get the
drawer, we say.
recognition or the money. They always sell them. Like, I never understood the clubs like Ajax and Dortmund and, I guess you could say, though even say anything else, but I never actually got them clubs because, fair enough, you sell them to your feeder clubs, but to just sell like your known talent. I don't know. I just thought.
Yeah,
Fair enough that the players are
you're,
pressuring
you're,
him to leave, but
you're bang on there, to be fair. You know.
sure that's all I have now for my players who should buy and sell. Oh, your side was again.
Happy the Lord God. Okay. Next is the thing where we rate the transfers.
We're at the transfer. So for last week we done 40 to 50. Now we're coming up to the kind of the unhidden talent in the next few episodes. So we're doing 51 to 60. So can you see what I sent
Okay.
in? Yeah.
I did. Okay. Let's
Now, so for this first transfer number 51, we have Oscar, who went to the Super League for 60 million in 2016 and 17. Now, before we say it, I'm going to say that he didn't move for performance. He left to support his family and all his.
Oh, no, not funny.
Check.
No, sorry, my bad.
Do you not hear?
My bad.
Check.
My bad. I heard the statement, but it just slipped me. I'm sorry. I heard my.
I mean, technically you are right, but he moved to support his family and not because he wanted the money to buy cars or anything.
Yeah, and that's why I think people are unfair when players go and run with the money, because when they want to help them support their family, but when you're a player, well, as well known as Oscar was when he was at Chelsea at the time, it's like, oh, he left for the money, you greedy sob.
Yeah, like I
You
don't
know,
understand. I think Kevin De Bruyne's getting a new, and Raheem Sterling are getting new 5-year contracts for 500,000 a week. I see. I
yeah,
don't care how good De Bruyne is. I don't think players should be getting 500,000 a week. Either way, I think
no, it's too
300,000.
much.
Like it was just that it was that Neymar transfer and Coutinho that just brought the market up incredibly. And
Yeah, but when you look at the general scheme, could anyone give me a constructive argument of how a player is worth, how a human being is worth millions?
yeah, like even back then, like how could a player just be worth a million? I think
Yeah, like,
if we're going off, we're going to bring in the Irish sport now, and not a lot of Americans would know what the GAA, like players just play for their crest and for their
for the
birth,
love.
especially in American football, they have drafts, and
Yeah,
it's a few
you're on the
lads,
move the whole time.
yeah, we're talking that if you want, you can stay at your club forever, but then again, if you're unhappy, you just say, alright, put me in the draft, and whoever actually wants me, instead of just the money, can take me.
Yeah, you're bang on there. Anyway, we move on.
We do.
Okay, Anthony Martial. Now, it may be an unpopular opinion, but he nearly convinced me last season with his form, but I've never really rated Martial, if I'm honest.
Wait, is he eligible to play for bloody Bosnia?
He must be. That's not Bosnia, is it?
I don't know. Well, something. Well, he was 60
Anyway,
million in 2015-16 with Man United.
just back to the point. Just back to the point. I've never really rated Martial, if I'm honest. I don't see what people think he's so good. Like he had a good season last season, nearly convinced me. But other than last season, just he's never proven to me that he is a top player. Like it's just top where he's so inconsistent at times. Where it's like we know your skill and talent, but why can't you show it on a consistent basis?
Yeah. Like, for me, it doesn't matter who you are. I always go off this rule for transfers, and I do a one calendar rule. So basically, if a player gets transferred in January, I won't actually properly judge them until they've finished the year at their club and had proper playing time. Like, fair enough, Werner, I called him bad at the beginning, but I wasn't actually properly like, serious. Say, just like Hazard, I'd be calling him bad now, but I wouldn't actually be judging off his fault because he had injuries. I always like.
Yeah, like.
I understand the phrase of like players settling in, and like I wouldn't even call Diaz good at this point because he hasn't played. He hasn't been in the tough schedule until the end of January.
Like all jokes aside, that's the grand scheme of things where you have to look at the player.
Wait, we forgot to write Oscar actually.
Oh, so I'll just give him a 5 because I haven't seen much of him.
Martial also.
Okay.
I'd give him a 6 now because he did do a few bits in the first 2 seasons. He was scoring consistently.
He did, to be fair, but he dropped off significantly for about 3 or 4 years. You know what, I'm going to give him a 4. I just never rated him, to be honest.
I think it's just because Rashford ruined his. Like, they put a bit of faith into the youth, just brought Rashford up and then.
Yeah. Just he didn't get lucky in Mourinho either, so.
Yeah. Okay, next.
Next we have
an old transfer which is worth 200 million now. We've Luis Figo, 2001 season to Real Madrid for 60 million. Now, so just saying that Luis Figo for 60 million. Back then, got you Argentine Martial for 60 million now. That is a prime example of
how the transfer is played.
Like we can't really like rate him because we haven't actually seen him play.
You weren't even born when he was playing.
I'll just give him a 5 anyway because I'll give him a 6 because of what I've heard.
I'll give him a 7 because of what we've heard and how good he was. Okay, next we have Red
for 59 million in 2018-19 season. Now, past 2 seasons he's been absolutely diabolical. This season he started to pick things up and is starting to be considered one of the most underrated centre mids until the Paris game where he got sent off and now he's absolutely dog shit again. But hey, that is football.
Yeah, like to be fair, he even showed a few glimpses last season, but again, I don't know, man. It's just I give him 4 again.
Yeah, like you don't find many actual central midfielders. It's always either a CDM or a cam. There's probably about 3 or 4 solid box to box or ball winning midfielders in the league at the moment, but Fred is probably one of them. So
yeah, 100%.
I'll give him a 6 out of 10.
Fair enough. Okay, now Fernando Torres to Chelsea back in 2011. Now we all know how good Torres was, but that move to Chelsea
wasn't.
No, it didn't cut it. Liverpool were laughing as soon as they sold him for 50 million.
Like I actually think that the board didn't say that, and they weren't saying that's a bad or good offer until they actually sold him, and they just said, right, it was easy 60 million.
Yeah. If we were rating Torres as a player, I'd probably give him an 8 or a 9, but his move to Chelsea, I'd give it 2.
I'd give him a 4 because of that Champions League goal he scored. Yeah,
that's actually fair enough.
Can you do the impersonation of the Torres goal of the commentary?
Wait. This could be the most electrifying moment.
Your mic cut out and I'm so happy it did.
Unbelievable!
Sorry for everyone's ears that have their headphones on.
Yeah, that's right. I've got so upset. Like Gary Neville's got that thing. Do you know when you get fouls like ooh?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got that stuck in my head now ever since.
Okay, so next up we have Benjamin Mendy, 57 millianos in the 17-18 season to Man City.
If I'm being fair, I think he's decent, but I just think he's been average at best.
Yeah, see, you won't think it, but Ben Mendy actually relies on Laporte, kind of like Trent relies on Van Dijk, because he is. Now I am a fan. probably, I don't care how many assists Trent gets. Benjamin Mendy, I'd probably love to get a ball off him, a cross off him. He just puts the amount of speed and precision and
Yeah,
just consistency he puts in his crosses. Like he has his pace, and I suppose you could say he has strength because of just the sheer
yeah. To be
size
fair,
of him.
he's very. To be fair, he is good in attacking sense, but defensively, he extremely lets him down if he's no
It's not
protection.
actually too bad defensively either. Let's see from the two games it's bad.
Not too. Yeah, not so. That's true. To be fair, but I suppose the only argument I give, literally only played the 2 games when Cancelo's been mostly playing left back for most of the season.
So he
So
hasn't
that's the
got
only
like
thing
his
I don't.
confidence though. That's where the Laporte comes back, and he needs to have confidence.
Yeah,
And
that's true. To be fair,
I'll give him an 8.
I'll give him 7. Sure, why not?
Right now,
Okay,
slow
next we
poke
have the man called George.
George with the jump.
George with to the I, to the N, to the O, to the E, no.
57 million to
Uh,
Chelsea in 2018-19 season.
the way I see Jorginho, he's a good pass, and can't say much more really. To be fair,
He's slow. The referee outpaced him.
no.
Can't shoot.
Yeah,
Takes penalties.
as a CDM, defensively not great.
Steve
Like
Marr,
I had a debate with
from Millwall, does better.
like I had a debate with someone in school that I'd have Granit Xhaka over Jorginho any day. I'm not saying Xhaka's much good, but I'm just saying if I had to choose between one or the other, I'd choose Xhaka.
Yeah, I'll give him a bloody 4.
I'd give him 4 also.
Hernan Crespo for
Okay.
5,600 million thousand in 2001 season.
Again, I suppose the kind of same scenario with Figo, we weren't even in existence. Wait, what? Wait, what?
5.
Yeah, I'll give him a 7 because he was supposed to be a good striker. Or whatever he's there, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Next up we have the Hawk.
Hulk smash!
55 million again to the Chinese league, but this time he had no reason of supporting his own fam and just went for the moolah.
the chillerah.
Yeah.
The ding ding dong.
So I'll just give him a 4.
As that Claudio Ranieri thing goes, dilly 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 ding dong, or whatever way it went. That's it. Yeah, I give him a 4 also.
Right, last number 60 transfer record breaking transfer is Jonathan Stones, 55 million, 2016 season to Man City. Now, he is my favourite Man City player at the moment. I probably would have told, no, you weren't, I don't think you're in woodwork, so I just told Stephen and Owen. Where's my phone? I'm actually recording, but I have John Stones' live wallpaper, which Stephen sent me. So I'm going to probably a bit of bias in here, so I'm going to give him a 8.
That's fair. Now, my thing with Stones is he needs someone good beside him to show how good he is. He to be fair, he's a good passer of the ball. He is a decent defender, but he needs someone beside him because he is very mistake prone at times. Now, don't get me wrong, he's been good in the last few games, but just when you look in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, in a word that I've learned from Play Football Manager is he has a very high eccentricity, which basically means he'll do a lot of things that are unexpected and could cause. We were watching the game today that he made a back pass past Ederson. Did you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, sorry.
But like things like that, I'd actually even bring down the rating because you just don't want that in a defender. It's fair enough in a right wing if he falls over the ball a couple of times, but for a defender it's crucial and it's just something you don't want.
Yeah, that's it. To be fair, of what he's achieved with City and how decent he has been, I'll give him a 7.
Yeah, maybe I was a bit too far. I'll give him a 7 as well.
Yeah, okay. With that being said, we move on to
top 6-11.
Oh.
So unsubstituted from the tier list 11, we'll be doing the top 6 11 instead. Now, how do I get this out? Get out, get out, get out.
Ice, baby.
Hold on, folks.
Still 1-1 between Chelsea and Leeds as this episode is going on. By the time this is out, I will either be very happy. Well, I don't know why I'm saying that. Just
Right, can you see that?
I should be able to. Let's see now. Hey.
Okay, so this is the top 6 11. We'll be substituting it out for the tier list 11 for this week
Okay.
because I might have forgot to do it. So
Uh,
we're just
okay.
going for the original top 6. I'm actually gonna have to debate.
Yeah.
We'll do this last, but it will be Spurs, Arsenal, Chelsea, City, Liverpool, and Man United as our top 6.
Okay.
So our 6 options
Okay.
for the goalkeeper are De Gea, Alisson. I mean, I suppose we can just go Alisson.
Yeah, go Alisson in my
A
opinion.
strong contender would be Ederson because of his golden boot last year.
Yeah.
Actually,
Alisson there too.
we can rate
Our
them as
top
well.
two.
We can rate our keepers.
Yeah, that's it. Well, before we even continue, so Alisson and Ederson are top 2 Premier League goalkeepers.
Yeah, like I actually find it interesting. I don't care about the Brazilian games. I just want to see who's picked or not.
Yeah.
But my top 3 goalkeepers would be 1 Alisson, 2 Ederson, 3 De Gea.
Yeah, that's how I really just mine's the same to be fair.
Right centre back.
Well,
I
I suppose Van Dijk.
Yeah.
It's 2-1 to Chelsea.
Hardly, who scored?
Kurt Zuma.
Bastard. Right, left centre back.
Left centre back. Ooh.
I'll
Gabriel.
give you a few options. So if Laporte, Ake, suppose you could say Gabriel.
No, I go Laporte to be fair because on his day he probably suits that.
Laporte. Left back.
Left back.
Liverpool bias.
Man, then with Robbo.
Rob Orton. Now for right back. I know how good he is, but let's just say Van Dijk isn't here and is a bad defender, and we rely on our right back to come back. So let's just say it's between Reece James, Walker, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Out of them 3, I go Walker to be honest.
See, like you just can't get people's head around Walker because Roy Keane said he was an idiot once and automatically he's just useless.
Yeah, like I think his defending can be good because his recovery pace is always serious. To be fair.
And if people are saying that he'd be nowhere out with pace, but sure wouldn't half of the world. Sure, Usain Bolt wouldn't be much in, would he? Okay.
Yeah, it's like saying, "Oh, Usain Bolt wouldn't have won the Olympics if he was slow."
Right, CDM. So a few options: Ndidi, Robertson, Ndidi, Fabinho, Fernandinho, Rodri. I suppose you could say Partey, but he doesn't have enough game time yet.
I would honestly go Ndidi because you probably heard me enough going on about how much I rate Ndidi.
Yeah, and it will break up the City Liverpool bias as well.
Yeah.
Wilfred, right centre mid. Let's just get him.
Yeah, let's just get.
And do you know what? Am I wrong for doing this?
I was just going to.
We'll go off this season's form.
Yeah, it kind of has. I was going to say Bruno actually, to be fair. So yeah. On the right.
It has to be.
Oh, Salah. I was going to say Mahrez, but then I forgot about Salah.
Yeah. Left wing.
Left wing.
So
on his day, I would honestly go. Wait, I think it's between Sterling, Son, and Mane.
I'm tempted to go Son because we're going off this season form.
Yeah, I go Son.
And Strikerino. So I'm just going to throw a few into your head. Kane,
uh,
I mean, Kane.
I
If
wish
you're going that low, Kane, Gabby.
it pains me to do this, but as much as I would love to put it on me, it has to be Kane.
Okay, let me put in.
I remember you ever see that thing? You just got Kane. Wait, what? Best?
Oh,
Go hear
sorry,
that.
sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. I misspelled that.
I misspelled. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, so there is
Jesse,
our team of the season so far.
you ever see that thing? You just got Kane. You just got Kane.
Um,
Okay, let's
you
start
played out
tier
again.
list. Oh, hang on. Wait, we back. Oh, my camera's turned off. Is it? No, maybe.
No, you're still
Those
there,
three.
but you're just upside down.
Okay, back in it. Okay,
Oh,
next
you're
we
sideways
have.
again.
Wait, what?
You're sideways again.
Oh, Lord above it. Oh, okay. Now we have is a my thing with the FPL.
Tis.
Okay, so right. Now it may be a bit delayed when you are seeing this, but I played my free hit this week, so my strategy was to go as much City defenders as I could because they were playing Fulham, and as you can see that paid off. Although Walker didn't play, but Diaz did. So on the boys, I got De Bruyne in there as well, captain him as well. So he's going to end up on 28 points because of the bonus point. Yep.
Well, what did I get? Did I get like 60 points? So.
Um. Well, you definitely got 28 from. Well, you will get 28 from De Bruyne anyway by the time the day is over.
Did I not captain him then, no?
You did have a captain, yeah.
Oh, 28 captain the point.
Yeah. I got Bruno in as well. At first, I was disappointed he was on the bench, but he got an assist and 3 bonus points as well. So I ended on 7. Lovely job, lit. Calvert Lewin scored another one. The week's been going very well for me. To start. I know these are losing now, but Bamford scored, so phew. And
Patrick Bamford.
yes,
Join us, Art.
like
Join us
yes.
in Ireland, Patrick. Do it. Please.
Yeah, please. Southgate's never going to pick you. Come to us, please. We need someone to score goals.
We'd actually love it, to be honest.
Yeah, we really would. Yeah, what's it? Um, who else did I go? I did pick James Rodriguez as well. He kind of stinks, but sure, we'll let it go. I still have Zara and Diogo Jota to play as well. So, yeah, so if I was giving you advice from this game week, invest in City players. But that's my FPL chat done anyway. I know it's fairly short and sweet, but I like it that way.
That was unnecessary.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Okay,
Right,
the
so
most important players of the next 3 teams:
Man United.
Newcastle and Sheffield.
Who would your pick for the Manchesters of the Red be?
Was only one person really. I'm gonna go with Bruno. He can be sporting like Cristiano. Oh, he goes left, he goes right. He makes defenders look shy. He's a Portuguese man.
How would you learn off of Man United? You switching, you are.
I can't. He came up from TikTok.
Why is your Man United on your for you page, huh?
Shut up.
Right, so Bruno for both.
Yeah, we might need to speed up my phone. My iPad's an 8%, so we might need to speed it up a bit.
Right, what's next? Newcastle.
I'll just. They're all kind of poo, really. Let's be honest.
I'm gonna go
I'll go.
John Joe Shelby because he
Yeah.
just scores bangers and vibes.
Yeah, I'll go San and say Maximum because of the tweet.
And last up
Yeah.
we've Sheffield. I'm just going to say Cristiano Ronaldo. There's no one good in the Sheffield team.
Yeah, I was going to say Zidane.
Oh yeah, that's that. Oh, you could say Nesta or Maldini. Okay.
No, I'll just go Johnny. I'll just go John Egan. Be nice.
Right. Next
Okay.
up we have the player. Actually, I'm gonna. I got strangled.
Be the player and manager of the month.
Yeah. Okay. So We go with the manager first, and I'll read out the stats. So for Frank Lampard, he played 3, won 2, and drew 1. He had 6 goals and 1 goal against. For Jose Mourinho, he played 4, won 3, and drew 1. He had 5 goals, 4, and 1 goal against. David Moyes, he played 3 and won 3. 4 goals, 4, and 1 against. And then Ole Gunnar, he had 4 played, 1 3, lost 1, 7 goals, and 4 against.
Nice.
No, I'm going.
What you say?
You go.
Oh, you go. Sorry. Yeah. On what did you say David Moyes was again? Sorry.
3 out of 3.
Yeah, I'm going to go with David Moyes because ever since this rough start of the season, he's got West Ham playing decent again. So yeah, I'm going to go David Moyes.
I'm going to go with Jose because David Moyes played Fulham, Sheffield, and Aston Villa a while. Mourinho played City and Chelsea, and they got a draw. They got 4 points out of them.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
For player of the month, we have Ben Chilwell. He had 3 games played, 1 goal, and 86% pass accuracy. Bruno Fernandes, 4 games, 4 goals, 1 assist. We had Grealish, 4 games, 2 goals, and 2 assists. We had Heiberg. We had 4 games, 17 tackles, and 90% pass accuracy. Ogwana, we had 3 games, 1 goal, and 8% pass accuracy. For James Ward-Prowse, 4 games, 3 goals, and 2 assists. Now, it probably will be Bruno Fernandes, but I'm going to say James Ward-Prowse.
Oh, that's a nice shout. Again, I think it'd be Bruno, but I'm going to go with Jack Grealish.
Gotta love the Jacket Grealish. And then for goal of the month. Now, I haven't watched the goals of the month, but I'm going to go with Mahrez's shot against Burnley.
I'm actually. Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, I'm going to go with James Ward-Prowse's free kick.
Oh, yeah, that was nice. I'm actually going to go with Danny Ings' one where he literally from outside the box pure whipped it around Martinez in his top corner. Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah. I always like the free kicks anyway. Right.
Yeah, they're all. Okay, since Stephen is not here, we cannot do his segment, so it's who we think is the signing of the season. This is tough.
See, if you asked me this question about a month ago, it would have been James Rodriguez. But now, Heidelberg, Jota, I suppose you could say Diaz.
I would go Diogo Jota. To be honest, I know it's kind of a simple choice, but just instant impact. That's all I'd say to it.
I'm gonna go for Heiberg. Now, Jager Jota transferred into the same league. Heiberg, no clue where he came from. He's been essential, even with Reguilon. He's a tough choice. But Heiberg has just conducted Tottenham's midfield, and this is probably a big, massive turning point along with Son and Harry Kane this season. He brought the best out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, to be fair. And just to back on Heiberg, to be fair, Tottenham haven't had a midfielder that can control a midfield like that since Moussa Dembele left them.
Yeah.
So he's been doing a very good job of that, in my opinion.
Right, so
we move to
for 50 minutes, so if we'll drag it out until basically right plays on 1%.
Yeah.
Right, so Football Manager. As you know, we have been doing a series on TikTok. The links will be for everything will be in the description. Oh jeez. The link for everyone will be in the description down there. Go and follow Way post. I'm posting it every day or 2 days depending on what I'm doing or how busy I am. But from the recent video, Stephen, who is not with us, transferred to Arsenal Youths. Is now playing for the under-23s. I've drawn in some interest from Brighton for loan, and Jack is still with Brentford. Ollie Watkins has left, so he's basically determined to get the game time. I don't see this either because Ben Ram has left as well.
Watkins, please. Fuck's
Uh,
sake.
Stephen Maher, I think, has developed into a mid-centre position. He's playing a lot of games. He's going far out the field. He was playing a attacking midfielder for game 4. Now he's playing midfielder centre. And sure, Jack is still banging up goals and striker, playing consistent football for the Ireland squad. I, for some reason, still am struggling to even get into the youth squad. Hopefully that can change. Hopefully Brighton can pick me up and turn me around, put me on my feet. But
Love that.
there's a new episode coming up tomorrow, probably. So go and follow, so you don't miss the episode. And talking about community things, with the fans tier list 11, which is taking a halt because I think I'm gonna wait until the next break, the next real 11-day break that the Premier League has, which won't be for a while, so we can get probably the best form out of them. But we have the goalkeeper picked already, which is Nair, and in the semi-finals for the right backs we have Walker, Trent, I think it's Pereira and Walker, Trent, Pereira.
Wasn't he Hakimi, no?
Oh, Hakimi, yeah. That will be coming up. It will come up soon enough anyway. But that is basically it. Unless we have any other football news.
Not too much adding that now. If it's any relevance to anyone, the next gen version of FIFA finally released, but I won't be able to get my hands on the PS5 until next year. Even though in my wardrobe right now I have a PS5 controller and the Spider-Man Miles Morales Ultimate Edition.
I won't be getting it until next year anyway. Unless you're thinking about next year. But
Yeah, we'll get it eventually. We'll get it eventually.
Yeah, because I never actually get the console straight away because they always go down 200 or 300 next year. Anyway.
Yeah.
Or you just wait for like the pro version of it.
Yeah, that's true, to be fair.
But Jack, any thoughts on... Did you get Football Manager 21 now?
I didn't yet. I plan on doing so, hopefully. I'll see what way the funds are going.
I would say to get it, but I'm going to warn you that it is fairly dodgy at the moment, but it will fix itself like around January. But for the moment,
Yeah.
I'm keeping playing Football Manager 21, or just 20, because if I haven't got pinpoints out when the strikers are absolutely... They act as bloody free positions, and I don't do strikers. The formation is almost just 3 right backs, 3 left backs, because they're just overpowered.
Yeah. Right. I suppose we'll wrap that up there, because the iPad's about to go to bed.
Right. So that's been me and Jack.
God bless everyone. Thank you.
Very glad to talk to you.